Hello guys, so in this video I'm showing you how to add indicators on MT5 auto trading robot expert advisor and MT4 auto trading robot expert advisor. Before I continue, please give me a subscribe and give me a like. So this is how we do it. You can see this is MT4, it's written MQ4. Okay, I'm going to insert indicator here and then come to MQ5 and then insert the indicator here. My indicator will be moving average for both of them so that you can see the different. Okay, they are different and it's not the same. So I will start with MT4. I'm going to put moving average here. I'm going to show you how to put your moving average here. So here is how I'm going to do it. First thing first, before you can put an indicator in MT4, you must first declare the type of the indicator. Here we use double. Okay, this is the type of the indicator that I'm placing. Okay, so you bring up the name. Okay, so the name will be moving average. This is my indicator. So now I have to assign the value on this name. So I must put the value on this name. Which values will I put inside? To make things simple, if you're a beginner, you come to help and then you say MQL5 reference. Okay, let's say you want to put in moving average. So here on the reference, what you are going to do, you can close this and then you are going to come to technical indicators. Okay, here are the technical indicators. You press this and then these indicators will come up, but they will come up as the names of the handle. You can see it's IRV, not necessary. You can see IMACD, not MACD, but it was written somehow. IRSI, all of them, they will start with I. Okay, so since I'm adding moving average, my indicator must be this one, IMA. Okay, so as soon as I click there, you can see here it's moving average. It's written here moving average. Calculates the moving average indicator and return its value. I am returning the value of moving average in this case. Okay, so how do you do it? You are going to put up this function. Okay, you can call it a method, it's fine. You can see that's why I placed a double at the beginning. The type is double, it's fine. But then I have to place this so that I can have my moving average inside my robot. You can see even here they made it simple. They even said example. They showed you how you can do it. But we are not going to do it in this way. Okay, we are going to do it in a very simple way. But what we are going to do most of the time, it's a must that I'm going to put this. Okay, so I'm going to refer here to read what these methods want as I put them. Okay, so first thing I'm going to say IMA. You can see now it's coming up. Then I open the bracket and then close the bracket. So what happens inside these brackets? I'm going to put every value that is required according to the reference. Remember, this is our reference, and our reference says at the beginning you must put what? A symbol. When you read here, they say symbol parameter. So I can put a null, which means the current symbol. That is the reference. Okay, I'm not doing this out of my head. So I can put null. Then I do what? I put a comma. And then I come back to my reference again. And then I say time frame. When you come here, you can see that it says time frame, enum time frames. 0 means the current time frame. So I'm going to place 0, which means every time when you drop this robot on every time frame, it will trade on that time frame. Okay, you can put as many time frame, you can put a time frame of your choice, but it won't be able to open the trades on certain time frames. You can see here, these are the time frames. If you want 1 minute, you put 1. If you want 1 hour, you're going to put 60, which is 60 minutes. Okay, I've left my thing. Let me go back. You can press these things so that you can read further. So now they are saying the period, MA period. We are here. Remember, we are here now. MA period. It's number 3. Even here it's number 3, MA period. You know what is the period. It's where you say it's a 10 or 15. And even when you are busy pressing here, you see now my period is 10. When I put a comma, it will write here shift, MA shift, which shift are you going to use? You will find the same thing on the reference. It's shift. So most likely the shift is 0, which means the current. Okay. Then when I put comma again, it says enum method. So let's say you don't understand what is a method. You go to the reference and then check the method here. Okay. You come back here and say method. It will tell you it can be any of the enum, which means if your method, whatever that you are going to put there, if it's not part of this, you are wrong. So I can just copy this and they say I want mode SMA. That is my method. You don't put anything else except those that are there for your choice. Okay. So I say comma again and then it say enum applied price. Okay. So this is where I also go back to my reference. Okay. And say, as it says applied price here, it says it can be any of. You don't put anything else except these ones. Then you press here and read which ones. You can see you can choose here. So I take this price closed. Most likely I use this price closed, which means the robot will read after the price closed. Okay. Then I can paste. And then again it says shift. You know shift. The shift is the number of candlesticks. Okay. Let me go back to my reference. When you read shift, it says the index value taken from the indicator bar for shift relative to the current bar the given amount of periods ago. Okay. So most likely you can just say 0, 1 or 2 any, but I will still keep on putting 0. Okay. So now I must close it with semicolon. I'm done. Okay. You can see there's no error here. I've compiled. But if you can add another thing, it won't compile because it can only, you can see it says wrong parameters count, which means this method understands that you can only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parameters. Like even if I remove 0, compile, it will say wrong parameters because 1 is short. So don't make that mistake. Always count from your reference and make sure that what you are putting is same as what is in the reference. Okay. Remember, we're still on MT4. We will go to MT5. And then after compiling, getting 0 errors. What happens now is that I have my moving average. Okay. So I can print it on the chart because I can print the value of the moving average on the chart because I have it. I can even use it if I want. Okay. I want to print it on the chart. Okay. So I'm going to say moving average. If you don't understand this, you know I have a lot of videos. Just subscribe and put on the notification so that every time when I placed out the video, you will be able to follow along. So you can see my robot is FX peel, right? So I'll go there. I'll look for FX peel, which is already this one. So when I put it on the chart, most likely I was supposed to get the value of my moving average, but because this account is not active currently, okay, and I placed my codes on tick, which means it must read ticks, and if this account is not functioning currently, I won't get any tick, the market won't move. So it's better I put it on init, which means every time when I initialize, you can hear the sound. This is the value of the current moving average now. You see, this is the value of current moving average. And then it's 134. It's 134. So if I can come and change, let's say I come and say, no, I no longer want this period. I want the 15. You will see it's going to change again. You can see now. In fact, it's changed. But after the comma, you can see the first one is 92. The other one is 97. Okay. So I got another moving average. That's why if you want to open a trade, most likely, let's say you want to do a cross, I will do those videos. What you must do now, just give me a subscribe and hit a notification. I'm going to make a video where I put 2 moving average and then create a cross, so that you can just copy this one and then paste, and then just change the name. Don't forget to change the name, and then change something. Then you say if this moving average is greater than that moving average. If you watched my video on if statements, control statements, basics, you know that. Okay, so this is how you do it on MT4. So now let's go to MT5. Now I'm going to show you how to add indicator on MT5. Okay, you can see it's MT5 here. On MT5 it's kind of tricky, you know. Let me see if my chart is moving. Yeah, here my chart is moving, so I can put it on tick. Okay, so on MT5, what happens is, first thing, you must have the array. I made a video about that on the basics. You need to subscribe and hit the notification. You must always be here. Okay, so first thing, you're going to have array. Your array is going to have a type. Okay, you are going to have a type on your array. Let's say you say double. That's the type of your array. Okay, remember the array is the variable that contains lot of values. Okay, then I can give my array a name and say it's a moving average. Most likely I like to say moving average array, so that I can know it's array. Then after that, you put these two, I don't know what you call them, curly braces, whatever. You can Google them, but you can see them on the charts, right? So after I did this is the first step, right? So the second step is that I must allow this array to take the series. I must declare that I want this array to keep on taking numbers and all those things consistently. Okay, so you are going to say array. This is a method set. Remember, the method takes the parameters, and you must always make sure you don't do anything stupid when you are using the methods. So you can see I got a suggestion that says it's array set as series, which says it's a boolean, which is true or false. Okay, when something says bool, you can only put true or false. Okay, so what happens here, I must put my array. Remember, my array is what? Moving average. And then after comma, I must say whether it's true or false. So I'm saying it's true because I want this to take it as it is. So this is the second step. I'm not done. I can't get the value of moving average with this. Unlike on MT4, it's very short. So the last step is to do the copy buffer thing. Whether you call it buffer, whatever, is the same. As long as you will type this the correct thing. So what do you do inside these parameters? Remember, this is also a method. Now you're going to say what you want. What values do you want from this moving average? Okay, so first thing first, and I did a mistake there. I didn't declare a handle, which was supposed to be the first thing that that you must do. Okay, I forgot to declare the handle, but I will declare it at the top. It must be at the top. So what happens here is, when it say copy buffer, what you are going to do here, first thing, you're going to put the handle, which I don't have. Okay, so first thing first, let's go to the handle. A lot of the time, as I did on MT4, I'll say moving average. This one I'll just call it moving average because it's the handle. Okay, it's the indicator. This is how we call moving average. So you still do the same thing. You go to MQL5 reference. It's opening. As soon as it opens, you go to where? The indicators, technical indicators. From here, you're going to check IMA, still the same there. But here we have some rules which, it can't be exactly the same. You can see there we have a shift on the end. Here we have applied price. Okay, these things are no longer the same. If you open the reference for MT4, you can see the last one is shift, then comes the applied price. But here, instead to have applied price, no shift. Okay, so don't try to copy and paste. You must still come and use the reference so that you do a correct thing. So it's a symbol period. I'll just be fast. It's null, 0, and then period. Okay, you saw that it's still the same thing, but here it's just that we're on MT5, so it's still the method. So you saw it's null. Whether this null must be like null, I'm not sure. Yeah, then you say 0 and say period. It's even writing for me here, and then it says shift, can say 0, and then it even on MT5 it suggests for you can use SMA, the same thing. And then applied price, we've seen it was applied price, it was you remember it was price closed, but I'll just come there for formality so that if you are following me you don't do wrong things. Okay, you can come here and say applied price, say price closed. You can even type this if you have this in your head, it's fine. Then I paste. Then from the look of things I'm done. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we have 6. Let's see, what do they have here? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, same, 6 6 6 6. Okay, so now it means we have the handle. This is called the handle. Okay, so now I'm going to take this handle. First thing first, I must put this handle here. Okay, I did the cap, which is, it's right, there's no problem, but you know, we created some rules. Programming people, they have some rules, you know, in case if someone will edit this. It's just a good practice. Okay, so you start with your handle, comma again. Yeah, your buffer most likely it even says int buffer num, so most likely I'm just going to put on 0. Okay, so you come and say where do you want this, from the information that you are looking for in this indicator, you want it to start from where? Okay, I'll say 0, and then most likely it will say you want it to count how many candlesticks. Most likely we'll have 3, and then after that it will say I must put in the array. Remember, I even written you can see it's array, then done. Okay, let's compile and see. There's no error, everything is right, which means now we got the value for our indicator. Now we can use our indicator, but now there's a catch here. Okay, there's a catch, because now like, let's say you want to print the value of your indicator. Which one is your indicator here? I want to see the alert like I did on MT4. Which one is my indicator here? Since this thing is array, it means this is containing lot of information, and then I said it must give 3, which means we have 3 things inside this box. So to print the value of my indicator, I come here and say moving average array, put that curly brace, whatever, and then I must put the value that I want, 1 2 or 3. Which indicator do I want? So I'll say 0. Okay, that's the indicator that I want, the value that I want. So if I want for 2, let me compile, and then actually I can get the ticks, but let me put this inside the init to avoid the alert making noise. Okay, because it will every tick. So here I think it's better. So I'm going to drop FXP. I'm going to drop this robot on the chart and then see if I will really get the value. Okay, so where's my robot? Here is it. Drop it on the chart and see. Allow. Okay, here's the value. You can see our value is 1.0030. Yeah, it's a value. Okay, so what I want to do now, I want to change. Let's say I don't want to get the value of the current. Remember, 0 is the current. I want for the previous candlestick. I can just say 1 and then compile. You can see ding, which means something changed, and then now you can see it's 3.2. It's no longer, it was 3.0, now it's 3.2. Okay, so this is how to get the value of the indicator from in MT5. This is how long it is. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 lines. But on MT4, you have only 1 line. Okay? So this is how, if you want to change your robot from MT4 to MT5, you are going to have to deal with these kind of changes where, you know, of course you can see you are using alert, and most likely, truly speaking, on MT5, they use the integer here, while as that side we use double. I don't know why. I can't actually tell you why, but you can see here on the reference they say it's integer. But when you print, you can see it prints a lot of numbers, not the integer. Okay, while on MT4 it says it's double. I don't know why, but sometimes you just have to follow the rules without asking too much questions. Okay, so give me a like, give me a subscribe. I have a lot of videos, guys, and I'll still make a lot of wonderful videos. So give me a like, give me a subscribe, and then yes, hit that notification so that you can learn. You know, robots are expensive, and telling someone to create for it is even way more expensive. Okay, so I want you to create your own.